Welcome to this quick guided tour of the Accounting Overview. This overview gives you instant access to a trial balance between your general ledger and your subsidiary ledgers. It also gives you an on-screen method of checking account balances for any account by fiscal period. To access the Accounting Overview, go to the Overview icon and select Accounting Overview. The screen which comes into view is sometimes called the Balance Back Overview, for that is its main function. Balancing back is the process of tying general ledger account balances to totals retrieved from subsidiary ledgers, such as accounts receivable, accounts payable, and job costing. First, we will review the Accounts Receivable Balance Back Overview. On the left-hand side of the screen, we see the general ledger accounts which have been assigned to the Accounts Receivable module. These are the Accounts Receivable account and the Retention Receivable account. The current balances for both these accounts are listed here. On the right-hand side, we see the totals pulled from the Accounts Receivable module. These are the net receivable and retention receivable totals for all open AR invoices. The balance of the GL account and the total of the open receivables invoices should always match. If they do not, your subsidiary ledger is out of balance with your general ledger. This will be indicated by a red number in the difference column on the right. When a ledger is out of balance, it's necessary to do a little research to find out why. The basic process is to print a listing of open invoices and verify that each invoice listed is truly an outstanding receivable amount. If all the open receivables check out, then the GL account balance must be incorrect. The Accounting Overview can help you find transactions that might have been posted to the Accounts Receivable account in error. In order to do this, simply click the Trouble Scan button. The system will then search the General Ledger transaction file for any transactions to the Accounts Receivable account that did not come from Accounts Receivable invoice and receipt posting processes. It will list these suspect transactions for you to review. The Balance Back process is the same for the Accounts Payable Balance Back Overview. Accounts Payable, Subcontract Payable, and Retention Payable accounts and their balances are listed on the left, while corresponding figures from the Accounts Payable Open Invoice file are listed on the right. If there are any amounts in the Difference column, you can search for suspect general ledger transactions using this Trouble Scan button. The Job Income and Costs tabs show the balance between the general ledger and the job costing ledger. General ledger account balances for job revenue and each of the individual cost types are listed on the left, while totals of open jobs in the job cost file are listed on the right. If there are any red amounts in the Difference column, you can search for suspect general ledger transaction using this Trouble Scan button. The Job Costing Trouble Scan searches for any transactions to job control accounts that do not include a valid job number and cost code. It also searches for transactions with a job number and cost code that were not posted to the proper control account. The last tab gives you access to a trial balance listing for the current fiscal period. The current period balances of all general ledger accounts are listed. You can change the fiscal period at the top of the screen, and the system will alter the figures to reflect the balances as of the fiscal period you select. You can also view a listing of all transactions to a selected fiscal period by clicking on the View Transactions button. This screen shows all transactions to the selected fiscal period in reverse entry order, with the newest transactions at the top. From this screen, you can print a standard transaction listing, or you can use another of the powerful overview tools, the Out of Balance Transaction Search. If we click on the Out of Balance Transactions button, the system will search through the transaction list for any posting in which the total credits and total debits do not match. It will then display the appropriate posting reference numbers for these out-of-balance postings so that you can review and fix the problem. The second option is to display a list of transactions grouped by account number. Click on the View Detail by Account button, and the following screen comes into view. Here you can see a summary and a detail listing of all transactions to the selected General Ledger account for the selected fiscal period. Anytime we have a list of transactions, we can click on the View Transaction button and see all the detail from that transaction. As you can see, the accounting overview features of the A-Systems Job Viewer are extremely powerful, and yet so simple to use. Your company will greatly benefit from the power you can wield using A-Systems Job Viewer.